All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today, man, I just want to, give my 2 cents on, this particular incident that took place, with this woman. She claimed she accidentally put her child in the oven, So, I'm just going to pretty much go into this, play a couple of clips and bring out a few scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Now, I'm just still baffled on how you accidentally put your 1-month-old child in the oven. Like, how do you mistake a child for, a dish? Because who knows what exactly happened, what she was doing, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just odd. How do you accidentally put a baby in the oven and not notice? I don't know, man. It's just crazy, but it just goes to show you the state of the nation of Israel, the women of the nation of Israel in particular, man. And you know what? While I'm even thinking about it, just real quick before I continue on this, man, because I had a woman earlier leave me a comment, on the video I did 2 weeks ago, and pretty much it was about, the one woman that pretty much made the video on Instagram telling black men to deal with, white women, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, she was honest, telling black men to, leave, the end up alone, for various reasons. We know why. So this woman left me a comment earlier. Now she said, if you talk about the worldly women, keyword, worldly women, you should also talk about their counterparts as well, the men, then it will make more sense. Well, first off, my initial reaction to seeing this comment, I laughed at it because I thought it was funny. And then as I thought about it, the more and more it pissed me off. Because first off, who are you to tell me what to talk about, These are my videos. I do videos, on what I want to do a video on. If the spirit is on me to do videos on the black woman or women in general, that's what I'm going to do. Whatever the spirit leads me to do, that's what I'm going to do. So if anything I said in that video doesn't apply to you, then what are you even leaving a comment for? Now, regardless if you know you're an Israelite or not, you should not be commenting unless you're saying Shalom or edifying video. The only thing you have to do is just shut the hell up and get the message, because obviously you're offended. You're talking about the worldly women. I clearly make videos talking about these degenerate niggas of the nation of Israel as well. I don't know where you been. If you've been watching my videos, I make videos about the men. You make it seem like this is all I do, but at the same time, if I make videos concerning women, the women of the nation of Israel in particular, is to bring out edification, just like every other video I do, regardless of the topic. I'm bringing out edification. So receive the message, get the message. Don't worry about the topic, just get the message and shut the hell up. Don't tell me what I need to talk about, okay? I will talk about what I want to talk about concerning these scriptures. Shut your mouth. So, it's enough of that. Now, this woman, I'm still just, I'm baffled about this. How she accidentally cooks her own child, man, like that. Like, what were you doing to accident? Like, man, come on, man. Like, this is straight fucking madness. Like, how do you accidentally do something like that, man? Like, man, it's wild. This is the state of our women right now. And then I'm going to play this. And I'm going to bring out the scripts, man.
Raleigh, where you at? Hey, yeah. Window down, with my pistol out, with the left hand, so it's really fucking nigga. Hold on, Janaya.
And this was recent, this was about a day or two ago. Again, you got the nigga woman, and those are her nieces and nephews, and she got them hanging out the window, man. Like, come on, man. And while that woman's worried about me talking about the worldly women, look at what they're doing, man. Look at what they're doing. And then while I'm even on the topic of women, like, you're upset at me for talking about the worldly women. Like, that's all I talk about. Like, I just defend the men. Like, no, I get on these wicked niggas too, But again, just look at the state of the Israelite woman right now, man. Israelite women are low. The saying goes, if you want to know pretty much the status of a people, roughly paraphrasing, but, just look at their women. You'll know how that particular people is doing. And right now, the Israelite woman is out of order, man. And it just goes to show you, that the woman is out of order. This woman cooked her child. And then this woman has these children hanging out the window and she think it's okay. Then she also went on the news talking about, oh, well, I apologize and yada, 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 whatever. That was stupid. It was stupid, but you still did it anyway and recorded it like a dumbass. Now, the parents are at risk of losing their children because of a dumb decision you made. But yet, you got the nigga woman defending worldly women. Fuck out of here, man. So I'm going to just get straight to the scripts, man. I ain't going to make this too long. So I'm going to start in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, in verse 56. And it says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not have ventured to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. There's the point. And toward her son and toward her daughter. And yeah, man, clearly that woman's eye was evil toward her child, man. Now, regardless, it was a cruel act, but that was still judgment even for that child, man. Because who knows what that child did to get that particular judgment, Because, again, we have to remember even, last month, you had that Jake that burned alive in that Tesla, man. So, again, now you have a baby that was pretty much burned alive in an oven, man. Like, the Lord ain't out here playing, man. The Lord is not out here playing with Jake. It's not at all, man. So verse 57 said, and toward the young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward the children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. Now, yeah, the last part pretty much, going into 70 AD, and even you can apply it to, Jacob's trouble, because, cannibalism is going to make a return, Matter of fact, it really didn't go anywhere, but, as far as here in America, Babylon the Great, is going to come back. Because Jacob's trouble is going to be a terrible time. But, the point I want to make is that, the Israelite woman, primarily the so-called black woman, the Judite woman, she has an evil eye toward her husband and toward her children, man. Because if that woman truly loved her child, she wouldn't have made, a mistake like that. No woman accidentally puts their child in an oven, Like, it's absurd, man. It's absurd. I'm still trying to figure out how you accidentally do something like that, man. But again, still have to remember, like, yeah, it's a cruel thing, but it's judgment as well. So this is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 7, and it says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or wherewith, or where were the righteous cut off. And yeah, man, yeah, it's cruel at certain times, not all the time, but certain times, when you hear about particular stories, it's like, well, damn. But, we still have to remember, We don't know what that young child did to receive that particular judgment. The Lord was angry with the young child and, sent her back to the spirit world, and as we know, that is a horrible way to go. And again, I mentioned, the Jake that burned alive in that Tesla. Well, this baby was burned alive, man. And who knows how hot that oven was, man. And ovens get hot, extremely hot. I think the most I've probably seen on, just a regular kitchen oven was probably like 400 or 500 degrees. That's extreme, man. That's crazy, but it's judgment. So there's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 3, and it says, even the sea monsters draw out the breasts, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. And yeah, man, as we can see, because what an ostrich will do, she'll bury her eggs and leave them and forget where she buried them, man. And that's pretty much what this is going into. The Israelite woman being cruel toward her children. You have the sea life, sharks, whales, squids, octopus, things of that sort. They nurture their young, but as you can see, this woman, she unalived her child, like that was cruel. So just to back this scripture up, I'm going to jump back to the book of Job, chapter 39, and I'm going to start at verse 13. And it says, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because Yahweh hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted her to understanding. And yeah, man, and I just put it plain and simple. As it said in the book of Lamentations, man, and what an ostrich does, that's pretty much what the Israelite woman, primarily the Judite woman, is like with their children, man. They're cruel. They pretty much don't give a damn about their children, man. And it's sad, but you have women of the nation of Israel that pretty much, in the time of old, that were upset if they couldn't bear children, man. So I'm going to get an example. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 38. And it says, and when I spoke these things in my heart, I looked back with mine eyes, and upon the right side I saw a woman, and behold, she mourned and wept with a loud voice, and was much grieved in heart, and her clothes were rent, and she had ashes upon her head. Then I left my thoughts, then I let my thoughts go that I was in, and turned unto her, and said unto her, wherefore weepest thou? Why art thou so grieved in thy mind? And she said unto me, Sir, let me alone, that I may bewail myself, and add unto my sorrow, for I am sore vexed in my mind, and brought very low. And I said unto her, what aileth thee? Tell me. She said unto me, I, thy servant, have been barren, and had no child, though I had an husband 30 years, and those 30 years I did nothing else, day and night, and every hour, but make my prayer to the highest. So yeah, man, this woman was barren for a particular time, man, and she prayed to the Lord, that she could bear a child, man. But what did the Lord do for her? Verse 45 says, after 30 years Yahweh heard me. Thine handmaid looked upon my misery, considered my trouble, and gave me a son, and I was very glad of him. So was my husband also, and all my neighbors, and we gave great honor unto the Almighty. And yeah, man, this is just one example, because again, women of the nation of Israel at one point in time, they, they took having children and bearing children, especially to, well, I wouldn't say just, to a prophet, but, to her husband, period, because again, you have those examples, it's like Sarah, she was barren for a period of time, I forget which one of Jacob's wives, was barren for a period of time. The Lord, pretty much opened up her womb, So back then, women of the nation of Israel, they took being, a mother and motherhood very seriously, man. Especially if they had a man child, if they had a son, But in today's time, these modern times we live in, man, you clearly see that isn't the case, man. These women, they don't care about their children. And just those two examples alone are just, reasons, or great examples of, these scriptures, man. So to that woman that left that comment, man, if you watch my videos, if you're sincere, just listen. Don't leave any comments unless you're saying shalom. If you're not if you don't know you're an Israelite and you're just on the comment boards, just don't watch my videos, okay? Don't watch my videos because, again, things like this have to be brought out to edify, I don't make all my videos solely based off women, but that one particular, both of those, man, both of those instances had to be noted, had to go out, because again, it just goes to show you that the Israelite woman is cruel towards her children and toward her husband, man. And in both of those cases, toward her children, So, hey, man, and don't worry, you'll get your wish. I got videos lined up for the men. Don't worry. So that's pretty much it for this one, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say shalom.